It's been an interesting 24 when it comes to hearing how Donald Trump and his ilk would handle this genocide in Gaza and what their opinions of it are and what their opinions of Jews in America is. Donald Trump today reiterated the fact that if you don't love Israel and by extension Netanyahu, you don't love your religion if you're Jewish. You're not actual. If you vote Democrat and you're a Jew in this country, which the overwhelming majority of Jews in this country do, you don't love your religion because the Democrats, according to him, hate Israel. I think Biden and his 100+ arms shipments to Netanyahu would beg to differ with that. But I digress. There was someone more specific I want to talk about. This was Jared Kushner speaking at Harvard for his expertise in peace. Remember how he was tasked with peace? Here he is being given this pretty obviously hot topic of 31,000 Palestinians, a very conservative estimate, killed by Israel. And what should happen? Should the Gazans who've been displaced be allowed to come back? That is what the moderator queries, and hear how Jared answers this question.
But also there are real fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. You have other war. Usually when wars happen, borders are changed historically over time. And so my sense is I would say, how do we deal with the terror threat that is there so that it cannot be a threat to Israel or to Egypt, right? I think that both sides are spending a fortune on military. I think neither side really wants to have, a terrorist organization enclaved right between them. And Gaza's waterfront property. It could be very valuable to, if people would focus on kind of building up livelihoods. You think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions. If that would have gone into education or innovation, what could have been done? And so I think that it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there. But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up.
In other words, NBD, bro. Maybe he wouldn't want them to return, but would that be so bad? Clear it out, build, get some Saudi money like I did, and we can just make that cash. What? On the graves of children? A big deal, man. I mean, yay. So, people, two points I want to make, and then we can move on. Number one, Jared Kushner represents the right in this country, which sadly, on this issue, there's not a lot of difference between the right and the so-called, Democrats, I guess, the center. But this is saying the quiet part out loud. And it's something that Democrats do not say, even though they fund this genocide, even though they all, Nancy Pelosi, all we got to do, there's a few more things they've got to get done, and then I think they'll do it. Or even Bernie Sanders, I don't think you can have a ceasefire with Hamas. I'm going to go through all of them. And yet, the fact that they still say that the death of Palestinians is, in their words, tragic, right? And that they want some sort of lasting peace and that they do believe in a two-state solution, that is truly the difference between that and a real estate developer who is bloodthirsty and does not give an F what happens to the Palestinian people, and his father-in-law, Donald Trump, who not only that, but layers in a whole bunch of anti-Semitism about if you're a Jew and you don't vote for me, if you don't vote for a Republican, then you hate your religion. So twofold. Number one, to my progressive friends, there is a difference between these two lines, I believe. I believe that Biden and Democrats are easier and better to make enemies out of on this issue, and we're making enemies out of them. And we need them to actually stay in office so we can further pry them apart from Bibi Netanyahu and the occupation and their arms, right? And then to my liberal Zionist friends, do you hear the way the things that you've said are being echoed out of the mouth of Jared Kushner. This, well, I guess they shouldn't have spent money on all those tunnels. They could have really had some condos. Liberal Zionists have said this to my face. People have said this to my face. Well, if Hamas really cared, well, why didn't they, build up a casino or something instead of spend money on weapons? Why didn't they build up an education system that we are currently bombing and systemically? Why didn't they build up hospitals that were imploding? Why didn't the Israeli government allow medicine, basic needs, construction material? You know what moves through those tunnels in Gaza? Construction material, diapers, basic things that Israel would not allow the people of Gaza because they blamed each and every one of them for the fact that Hamas was democratically elected 17 years ago. It's called the Siege of Gaza. So miss me with all that, but isn't it funny how much you sound like Jared Kushner? Are you going to vote for Trump? Do you want Trump back in office? Because you say that all the people who want Palestinians to live just want Trump back in office. It sounds like your line is actually more aligned with Trumpism than ours. But I'm not mad about it. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do